In today's episode, we're going to talk about the controversy that is happening between OWAMIE Entertainment versus the VULT YouTube channel. There is a controversy that is happening between the two, so we're going to talk about the truth and the secret, the bad and the good. If you don't know, OWAMIE is the biggest YouTube channel here on YouTube. She has about 197,000 subscribers. On the other hand, the VULT has got 4,000 and something subscribers. However, heated war has sprung between these two. So we're going to look focusing on the truth, the secret, the good, and the bad. Let's jump right into it, guys. But before we start with this video, guys, if you are not yet subscribed, what are you waiting for? Because to subscribe, it is free. To like the video, it is free. To comment in the comment section below, guys, it is free. The intentions of this video is not to fight either sides. We're not against OWAMIE, we're not against the VULT Entertainment, but we are looking at what is going to happen and how that can impact you negatively or positively. Whether you are a YouTuber or you are just a spectator, this has got a negative and a positive impact on you. So let's jump right into it. Now, number one, guys, let's look at the bad. The bad here is that if this thing is true, the VULT Entertainment might be closed very soon. If she cannot meet the demand of OWAMIE, especially the money that OWAMIE wants, because OWAMIE made it clear that initially she wanted around 50k, but she has since raised that amount. So we don't know how much is that. Let's assume she believes that the damage that are done in her name is worth approximately 500,000 rand, which is half a million. If the VULT Entertainment does not afford that, chances of her being arrested are very slim, but chances are her channel might be deleted. The court will order that all the revenue that are collected will combined might go to OWAMIE, and then that might be means of OWAMIE, or that might be means of this lady paying OWAMIE. So we're looking at that, provided that the court or the lawyer the VULT Entertainment argues in court and try to find a sentence. Should she be found guilty? Because that will only happen if she is found guilty in court. So then the court will then look at the court will then argue to say, okay, how long can you pay this amount? So if it's 500k, they will look at, are you working? How much are you getting on YouTube? And then they will decide to say, okay, based on how much are you getting at where, how much are you earning, as you are working, and how much are you getting on YouTube? How long will it take for you to get this money? And once the court establishes that, then the court will come with a verdict to say, okay, we're giving you this time frame to pay back this lady, and then the court can, even though the court have decided that you will pay that lady, once the time expires, the court can still decide that as of today, you are no longer allowed to talk about OWAMIE. Number one. Number two, the court can also decide that you delete that YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? Mind you, she has worked up to the point of having 30,000 views, 4,000 something subscribers. The court might decide to say, eradicate that. That's if the case is really happening, and then this lady, she's found guilty. And look now, on the other hand, if OWAMIE is found guilty as well, so chances are she might be ordered to apologize, issue a public apology. And that's what I see from OWAMIE, because remember, OWAMIE is just a complainant in this case. So if she loses, the court will not be as harsh as they will be if they were to find the VULT Entertainment guilty. Let's look at the bad now. Okay, we are focused on the bad now. Let's look at the good side. The good side is that the war that is happening between OWAMIE and the VULT has created some kind of like currency. We must salute OWAMIE. Whether we love her, we hate her, it doesn't matter. What matters right now is that OWAMIE has proven that she's got currency here on YouTube. In fact, if you look at this from this perspective, to say, okay, ever since this war, this VULT and OWAMIE thing, the divorce actually happened, ever since the VULT came up, and then there was this heated and controversy that began between the two, and other people joining in between to get the point. Now, this is what has happened. A lot of YouTube channels now have came up with an idea of analyzing this controversy, which is a currency, which is a good thing. To get what I'm saying? So it also gets to show you that if the VULT was not fighting OWAMIE, maybe they were fighting a small YouTube channel like me. The currency that has been created would not have been created if they were fighting a small YouTube. But because it is a small YouTuber versus a big YouTuber, it is an elephant versus I wouldn't say a small dog, but yeah, you know what I'm saying. So because of these two, just by looking at that alone, it also attract attention to say, wow, let's look at this big YouTuber fighting a very, very small YouTuber. You know, if you look at OWAMIE, 197,000 subscribers. You know, if you focus on, you leave the 190,000 subscribers, just focus on that part, the other part. This is the funny part. The VULT cannot even meet that other part, the 7,000 subscribers. The VULT can't even meet that one. That's how small is the VULT, and it's just a fact. But you know, in soccer there is something called rivals. Rivals are people who are fighting for pride, who are fighting for supremacy. And now look at this. I'm going to show you how it relates to OWAMIE. The rival was, back in the days in South African football, it was between Orlando Pirates and Swallows. But Kaizer Chiefs understood how to gain the momentum and overtake someone and become the rival of Orlando Pirates. So because of that, Kaizer Chiefs did that and they became the rival to Orlando Pirates. Now we have forgotten about the original derby. Look at this one. Maskandi, there was something called a rival between Mtshengiseni and Mgqumeni. So listen carefully. This is where it's gonna be fun, So Mtshengiseni will release a song and maybe insult Mgqumeni in the song, or and belittle Mgqumeni in the song. Then Mgqumeni will release a song, respond to that one and belittle him. So it has always been this back and forth, and that has taken the whole country and brought them together and divided this country and make them rivals as well. Thus, a currency was created, and now an economy was created by this revenue. Now, the same now translated into the new Maskandi Kings and fighting for rivals. Now it is Kuzan versus Tandeni. What he says, we will always want to know how is he going to respond. What he says again, we always want, what happened on the left, we always want to know what the right hand will respond, how the right hand will respond, and what happened on the left, we always want to know what the right hand or how the right hand will respond. To see the point, this is what is so interesting now. If you take the same school of thought and you bring it to the case between OWAMIE and the VULT, right now, when OWAMIE says, I've received an apology from the VULT, we all were waiting with our breath. You know what I'm saying? We were waiting to see or hear what the VULT is going to say. The VULT, being clever, I think she was very clever around that situation, because she didn't give you immediately what you're always craving to hear, but she just posted a clip and started laughing. Because of that, we all had to comment on how she responded. You know what I'm saying? Later on, then she says, this is the truth. And then we all wanted to hear what she's going to tell us, or what would be the truth according to her own version. Now that the VULT has said that, we are now waiting on how OWAMIE is going to respond. So this look at the revenue. Look at the revenue. So we always going to watch each and every video from OWAMIE, not with an intention to know if she's talking about any other thing, but with an intention to see if she could hint on or any response, maybe that she will say to the VULT. To see the point, again, we will all go to the VULT, wait with our breath on, wanting to hear. Maybe the VULT is going to give us something about OWAMIE. You know what I'm saying? It's now back and forth, back and forth, and then it gave birth to other YouTubers in between. YouTubers who are now coming to say, no, we are not on OWAMIE, I'm not on the VULT side, I'm just analyzing the situation. They also have a currency and they also have a revenue to gain because they are talking about the rivals. Do you get the point what I'm saying? If somebody were to come and say, hey, I'm gonna stand and be the mediator between Kaizer Chiefs and Orlando Pirates, I'm gonna be the mediator between Mjengsan and Mgqumeni, I'm gonna be the mediator between Kuzane and Mthandeni, then that person then will gain the viewership, will have money on YouTube. You get the point that I'm saying? So if you look at this from a positive side or from a brighter side, again, you can see that, you know what, this thing of OWAMIE and the VULT has got that thing, has got that thing. YouTube, it's kind of like somebody just decided to, while we were sleeping, it looks like somebody at night came and then, look, just sprinkle everything, the YouTube street with petrol. And then when we woke up, somebody decided to take matches and then light the whole thing. And then now the whole YouTube is in flame. So if this thing, for instance, if OWAMIE's lawyer, this thing can drag a little bit longer in a space of 6 months, it will give something for South African YouTube. I'm telling you, if YouTube, South African, or if YouTube in America, they don't recognize what is about to happen and what's already happening, then they will never upgrade South African YouTube. But for now, you could tell that every YouTuber will then will talk about OWAMIE, even if you're not talking about them, but one way or the other you are looking at them, you're like, what is going on there? You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't find a video about OWAMIE and the VULT in this YouTube channel, you're gonna find it on that YouTube channel. If you don't find it on that YouTube channel, you're gonna find it on that YouTube channel. If you know what I'm saying, it's almost like you can't, it's unavoidable because of that fire, that smoke that is happening on the YouTube street. Everyone will get a video suggestion about OWAMIE and the VULT, even if it's not from OWAMIE Entertainment or the VULT Entertainment, but the other YouTubers who will then talk about this will then spread the name OWAMIE and the VULT Entertainment. You know what I'm saying? And once you hear that there are YouTubers that are fighting here on the YouTube street, you always want to know, because people always want to know other people's stories as if they don't have theirs. But on the other hand, now going back to the bad side, the bad side is, if this is true, if OWAMIE is fighting for her right and everything is proven to be true, the VULT will have to apologize, and that's gonna be sad because she will lose credibility on YouTube at all. Now everything that she says will just go down to the drain. So you see now, so this fire will just die like it was never there. And subject to what the court will say, the court might decide that you will never ever mention OWAMIE's name on your videos. And that's gonna be sad, and that's gonna be sad. And that's going to be a victory to OWAMIE. Now, this one, it also involves the likes of Sims, because then their names get to be thrown in. The only name that has not been thrown in, it is Ndibuti, the T-World's name, has not been mentioned yet often, but the other ones, their names have been thrown in, other YouTubers in between. So you could tell that in a way it's also going to bring currency to other people. So let's all salute OWAMIE, regardless of regardless whether this happened in a good or bad situation. But there's one good thing we can learn about OWAMIE, is that her name has got currency. We cannot run away from that. And also, what gives currency and value and